Social media platforms are widely used today. Facebook has almost 2 billion users worldwide, with Twitter averaging almost 330 million monthly active users. As tools for connecting people and sharing ideas, they are unparalleled in the access they offer, but they are also notorious for being spaces for harassment and trolling. More and more, scholars and researchers are taking advantage of this access to share their work with the public and to network with other scholars. But what are the risks involved? Who especially do they affect? We suspected that many different groups of people probably get treated differently on social media, but focused our research on investigating online harassment of female scholars. We wanted to know more about this phenomenon. To figure this out, we interviewed 14 scholars from Canada, the United States, and the UK. We were interested in things like the kind of harassment they experienced, how it made them feel, and how it made their family feel. While all of their experiences varied, one theme that tied everyone together was the need to cope with harassment. We explored this in detail. What we discovered was that coping broke down into 4 categories: self-protection, resistance, acceptance, and self-blame. We found that all of the women we talked to used at least one form of coping, and most used multiple forms, and that all of these coping strategies aim to relieve the effects of harassment, but some work better than others. Self-protection coping strategies were complex. Sometimes, women protected themselves after harassment happened by doing things like having their friends or family monitor their accounts for them so they wouldn't have to read harassing comments. Sometimes there were preventive strategies, like refraining from speaking about certain subjects so that they wouldn't be targeted. And sometimes they were both, like increasing their security settings. To cope through resistance meant things like continuing to speak out and attempting to create dialogue with abusers. More generally, many women coped by persisting and refusing to give up. Similarly, many women coped by accepting the likelihood that harassment would continue or could happen again, and that their only options were changing their own behavior or learning to deal with harassment. This didn't mean that they were okay with being harassed, but that they didn't see what other options they had. Lastly, we saw a number of women coping through self-blame and thinking that they were somehow responsible. Some women even thought that their situations weren't so bad compared to others, even if they had been doxxed or received rape threats. It's important to understand the experiences of women scholars online and to understand how they cope with abuse so that changes can be made to support and protect them. If harassment causes women to participate less or to become stressed and overburdened, the public loses out on learning about the great work these women do. Thanks a lot for tuning in. If you like this summary, please share it with your friends, colleagues, and students.